Yo, boys, back with another video. Today, we're bringing back double DPS. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, double DPS. Now, I'm trying to get this guy at 1800. By the way, before we start this video, if you are interested in coaching, carries, uh, game reviews, make sure you check out my Discord and come DM me. I saw them all the time. And this is a this is a good old customer. Gotta make that gold, gotta make that bread. I ain't buying the expansion with money, I'll buy it with gold. Even though tokens cost about 330k, which is gonna be a lot of gold. It's gonna be like 4 or 5 million just to get the expansion for two people. So that's beautiful. But yeah, we're playing Sub Rogue. We're back at it. And obviously, if this guy was best in slot, it wouldn't be that difficult. I mean, it just depends really. It the thing is, Sub Rogue isn't like if this was Shadowlands, it'd be different because then you'd be able to bait cooldowns and just kill this guy. But the problem is you basically win in the opener or you die. That's how you win these games. You have to win in the opener, otherwise it all comes down to pure luck. So here we're like, okay, he hodges him, we kidney here, we get a good setup. This guy clicks wall, and our damage is pretty much done. And we swap to the druid here, get a really fat druid swap. We get Trank. So we get double trinket, we get wall, we get trank, and we get rally. We get all that in the opener. Now we're kind of in trouble. This guy has bubble, so he's probably going to bubble here soon. He actually lay on hands, which is actually really bad to do, because obviously you can't bubble. I don't even know if we win this. I'm pretty sure we do somehow. I think, let's see how we win this. So here we stun. He hodged on top of my stun here, which is kind of unfortunate. We blind off of it. At this point, we have to win the game right now. It looks like I Shadowy Duel him because I don't have any Shadow Dances left. And we kill him. Just in time for Convoke. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, people are running Convoke on Druid. Now, if you guys didn't know, Wrestler Druid in 2s, or their damage right now, is absolutely disgusting. They're literally hitting like 230k RAS, and literally, if it wasn't for, if I didn't know how to face this type of class, I actually lose to this 1v1. Like this ret, my teammate actually dies. I actually skipped through some of it, but you'll see here, he actually ends up killing my ret. And it's a lot of damage. It's not like it's any damage. Like he can actually beat us 2v1. And this is a big issue with not on top of healers not being able to die, especially in 2s. Like as a double DPS comp, it's so difficult to win. And honestly, it'd be nice if they would implement something to where double DPSs can only phase double DPS. The problem is there's nobody playing double DPS over 1600 because it's not possible to win games. Like I guarantee you haven't faced a rogue mage past 2K. I can almost guarantee it. You may face one every 10,000 games. I've yet to face a rogue mage yet because they're pretty much free wins. So here, this guy literally convokes, almost kills my teammate. I kin him. I'm like, okay, he's trying to heal himself here, but it's like I know he's gonna die. So I'm focusing on getting a re-stealth. He has thorns up, so he's literally just gonna end up, dying to his own damage. So here, the druid's literally just doing unhealable damage, and he actually just kills him. And I'm like, okay, well now I have to. The way you beat this, and there's only one way you can beat this. You have to dampen him out and then use every cooldown and just kill him through pure damage. That's how you beat this guy. Otherwise, he would actually beat you in a 1v1. So here I skipped through some of it because I was, waiting for some cooldowns. I actually tried opening beforehand. As you can see, we've got more cooldowns. But again, there's a zero. Even if I had blades up, I still wouldn't be able to kill this guy. It's very lucky, and it all just depends on my crits. Thankfully, he ends up just leaving because this game would have went out for another 10 minutes, like 10 or 15 minutes before I would have even had a chance to kill him. And honestly, I wish they would do the dampening like solo shovel. I honestly think they should do that. I think it'll make it a lot more enjoyable. The problem is like other classes can out heal other classes. Like Wrestle Druid in 2s is gonna beat every other class, but I still think they should implement it just because it's like if I'm gonna lose to a Wrestle Druid or one of these comms, especially when I'm playing healer DPS, I'd rather lose to it. At least have a chance. Because once dampening gets up there, it's like okay, well these guys mess up, I have a chance of killing them. When 2s, by the time you get up to a damp to where you can kill these guys, you're already like, the games are just incredibly long and boring. I hope the next expansion is fast-paced. Like, bring back Shadowlands one-shots. Like, I would rather have that than what we currently have. I cannot stand long range games. It's actually this DH almost 100 O's me in the air, so I went from 100 to 40% in like 2 hits. That up in the air is such a bad. It's a good talent, but it's also bad. It does unhealable damage, but at the same time, I don't think it's worse. So here he actually fades my Kenny like a god. So here I cheap shot him. I'm gonna probably blind him off, so he blinds him instead. I might be able to DR blind, or we just kill him here. So we kill him right before he gets out of the DR blind. He had Trinket, ladies and gentlemen. So I think he was waiting for me to gouge, but we were like, okay, well, if we don't win now, we lose. Because again, with Sub Rogue, you win in the opener or you lose the game. There's no in between. Obviously, if you had a mage, it might be a little bit different. Like a Frost mage, I'd say Frost is definitely your go-to. But here, I open here, and as you can see, the Druid comes out. I thought he was gonna bash me, so I instantly I actually don't click anything. I vanish sap him. So, and a complete outplay by the X. Here we open on this guy, and for some reason, he actually holds his trinket. So, we literally just full throttle him, and even if he's out of form and we're full throttling him, he still doesn't die. The fact that he can hold trinket on both of our CDs is absolute. That just shows that it looks like I'm doing damage, but in reality, if I was any other class, that guy would have died in like 3 globals. So here I blind him, we gouge him, and my guy just kills him. So I don't know why. I don't know why he bothered saving trinket. I don't know what he was thinking, but we get the sap and we take him out. Usually, how they would usually open in that is he'd bash me and then start pumping me. Instead, he just literally tried to cyclone me without getting like I don't know what he thought was gonna happen there, to be honest. So here I wait for the altar time to come back and then I open. That way I don't have to just waste damage because I have no CDs right now because I'm still scared technically. Who knows if this guy can kill me or not? I wouldn't be surprised. Thankfully he has no CDs, so here we just full throttle him. He blocks. He cancels his own block because he's like, okay, if I let this guy at this point you should just kill the Ret Paladin. The Ret Paladin has land hands and that's it. But thankfully we take him out. He's also in greens. So with the next game, H-File Warriors, thankfully, these guys were like, you'll see what I mean. So these guys were low. They were like 1800. So our goal was to get 1800, and our MMR was really high. So these are after we've lost a few games, and you'll see the difference. Versus these players, we can win. So this, in any other world or situation, this would be impossible for us to win. This is like a 0% win chance. Thankfully, we get Bop, we get Bubble, we get Trinket, double Trinket in the opener. I kick him mid. It's just beautiful. He actually ends up almost surviving, by the way. So I kick him at 15%, and he actually heals himself up. Thank God we kill him here. Because we either win there or we lose. And I don't know how he actually almost lived. If it was a good H-Bow, he would have survived. But I mean, at least he at least uses buttons. I can give him that. But like trying to cast Tear Deliverance when you don't have precog, like there's no point. Like especially when you're 10%, I wouldn't even bother. It's not gonna help you. So here, this is he actually, I didn't think he'd actually end up hurting me, not gonna lie. I was literally right on top of this guy. I should have just sapped him, but I planned on opening. And you'll see here, by the time I even open, so by the time I try to do a setup, I'm already 30%. So here I'm like, okay, we're gonna go Druid, we get his trinket, and now we're gonna swap probably. So we're gonna blind, or we're just gonna swap with the stun and the bomb. We'll see what happens. So blind, stun. Actually, we gouged because it was DR blind. I don't even. Oh yeah, he blinded on top of my. Yeah, I forgot. I was wondering. I was like, bro, I didn't blind that. I didn't blind that game. That cooldown right here, the stop time stuff. Oh my god, I've seen people use it correctly. It's so. Oh, it's disgusting. It's a disgusting cooldown. It's so good if you can pre, especially versus a double DPS. It's just insane. Here he dragons and misses both of us. Very unfortunate. This guy's casting Living Flame, like by itself. This should tell you enough. As a Dev Evoker, literally click nothing but Disintegrate and you'll kill every single target in the game immediately with no hesitation. So here we kidney shot, we stun. We stun here. We're doing big damage. I stun him again. I'm probably going to gouge him soon. So we're probably going to run up and... Actually, I don't have gouge. So we just have to PV and we DR Haj really good. We're just... Now, at this point, he stopped time again. I'm pretty sure when you stop time, though, it also stops your HP. So this guy probably put an NS heal or a Swiftman into that. Thankfully, we take him out just in time. Because right there, that was our game. If we don't kill him right there, the game's over. So here, I think we lost to these guys. To be fair, we lost in the opener versus these guys. Actually, literally, yeah, it was not a fun game. So thankfully, we end up catching the back. So this rogue thinks he's gonna get my trinket in the opener, but he probably will because at this point he blades it. So usually you would trinket, but instead I'm a god, so I blind him. He trinkets immediately. That's how you lose the game as a rogue. All rogue versus rogue is the first one to trinket without having blades up. So if I don't use blades and I get you to trinket, you're gonna lose the game. So at this point, the game's pretty much over for them. As long as we just keep them in combat, the next stun that I do on this guy, if we're both hitting the same target, we're gonna win. So this guy ends up bubbling, which is really bad because he's 100%. But here we kidney shot. Now we're just gonna full throttle him, do as much damage, trinket any aggro. I shadowy dome so he can't do anything, and at this point he's dead. So when it comes down to pure skill, obviously we take him out. And that's how you beat a sub versus sub. So here is just a situation where people are. I don't think anybody's ever seen a rogue in the last 10 decades. So these guys probably didn't expect the like I had a lot of damn here. This is like the point where I just do a YOLO blade and I get them both out. So here I cheap shot. I'm like, okay, well, even though secret text AoE, I might as well go through. So here we literally shadowy dome, get the fattest eviscerates of all time, and kill him. That felt like Shadowlands rogue right there. That's how it should be minimum for every class. If you don't click cooldowns on my CDs, you die in 2 globals. Perfect. So here, thankfully this guy was AFK at the start, and this is a 2400k DK. I'm pretty sure I know this guy. I recognize his name. At this point, we're like, okay, we need to kill this guy ASAP. I cloak his grip because I know he's going to grip me off the healer. So I just cloak, and of course this guy comes back right before I kill him. This is bad for us right now. So we get double trinket. At this point, we have to kill the evoker. It's our only chance. We have to use everything we can and train him to the ground. At this point, we're on top of him. Somehow he tops himself off. I even kick him, and he survives. Look at this. He actually survives in a full kick at 30% with no wall up. How is that even possible? So here I kidney shot him. He iceborns. I gouge him. At this point, we have to kill him the next time. I have to shadowy dome him low. Otherwise, we're in trouble. This guy tries to cast his shields at 30%. I shadowy dome last second, and I use my cheap shot because I don't have my shadow dance up. So we get the insane it was beautiful. And then I smoke bomb here to get my escape out of here. So I escape like a ninja, and we GG's. And there we go. So pretty much next game here, we're gonna go Druid. Now the problem is DK's died, but anything that can click us like a big seeding and a stun is a no-no for us. As sub rogue, you want to go stuff that can't click, like especially in twos with a double DPS. Normally, you would want to go start DK and then swap Druid, but obviously this is not like a real game. So here we open Druid here, and somehow he survived. Like this is what I'm talking about. Any other situation, and this guy dies. I'm pretty sure he just trinketed air, by the way. Or I don't know, maybe, I don't, and then he just dies. So here I double vanish and I get the secret tech ready. If you guys didn't see that, I waited for the trank and then immediately secret tech him and I hit him in the face with a, you know, beautiful. These are just beautiful games. Because these normally would be unwinnable. These are not winnable games. Like, we just get, like, really lucky. And they're probably just not used to facing this type of comp. So here we get his shields off. We sap him here. Unfortunately, we can't sap him. We open here. He hodges off the sap, which is a little bit early, but it's fine. He blinds off of it. So we get a good blind. We get communion. I gouge off it. So beautiful CC so far. Exactly what we want to see. Unfortunately, we only got karma so far, which kind of sucks. So here, there's no point in me hitting Windwalker because I don't want them to cleave us down. They already got his bubble, which is really bad for us. So here, we're like, okay, we need to win the game now. We have to go Windwalker. We kidney shot. We're going to smoke bomb. We're going to put as much damage. We're going to shadow widow right as he gets in the smoke bomb and take him out. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this video. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.